I'm fired up to talk to you about the ATM system, the best system, hands down, for online duplication. And if you don't know me, my name is John Melton, been in network marketing now for a hot second. We love teaching network marketers and online entrepreneurs just like you how to build your businesses leveraging social media. I'm really excited because this is a constant topic of conversation. We do a lot of trainings. We put out a lot of content helping people build their network marketing businesses to generate more leads, more sales, increase their conversions, have more recruiting, more team building. And look, the bottom line is when I first looked at network marketing 18 years ago, I was broke, busted, and disgusted, had no background in business. I'd never heard of network marketing. And over the course of 18 years, we've been through the ringer. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in the profession. But I can tell you it was about 12 years ago, we became full-time network marketers. I fired my boss. I got out of the mortgage industry where I was actually making a lot of money when the market was good. But when the market crashed, we found ourselves working twice as hard for half the money. So we went all in with this network marketing business. The problem was we were out every night doing PBRs, private business receptions, 6:30 and 8:30 every single night, weekly Super Saturday trainings. And as much as I loved meeting people and I loved to impact people and spend personal time with them, it got to a point where we started to feel like bad parents. And you could see these are our kids here. We wanted to build wealth. We wanted to build legacy. We wanted to create a phenomenal, profitable business that we loved, but our kids and our family is top priority, right? That's way more important than the amount of money we make. So I was like, man, if we could just figure out a way to make a lot of money, build a business, a networking business, and help people, but also be great parents and go to my son's baseball games and spend time with my kids, put my kids to bed, hang out with my daughter, travel the world with my kids, like all the things that a good parent wants to do. If I could have both, right? Why do we have to have an or life, right? You're either mega successful in business or you're a great parent. No, I wanted the best of both worlds. So we had to figure out an online duplication system. And I'm curious, for those of you hopping on right now, drop into the comments and let me know if you're already using this incredible ATM system. If you have an ATM group, stands for ad tag message, because this system over the last 3 years has helped our organization bring in over $100 million in revenue, all on social media. And I don't know about you, but that blows my mind. That blows my mind. But the truth is, just like anything else, it takes work, it takes consistency, and there are some nuances, right? Number one, Facebook is constantly changing stuff. So we're always trying to update you and keep you in the loop with what's happening. And I can tell you, we've had our struggles, but we decided 7 years ago that we were going to invest money and time into learning the best, most practical strategies for building a business online. So I was like, man, if we could figure out something that's simple and duplicatable, that would be incredible. And as you can see, we invested over $350,000 in the last 6 years, perfecting a social media strategy that has helped us create one of the top 100 teams in all of network marketing. It says here we're top 100 income earners in the industry. What that means is we have a top 100 organization. Here's some awesome testimonials, as you can see, from individuals that started using this strategy, this ad tag message strategy. Mandy says, I just did my month-end review and my team added 121 new members this month. We grew 45% in 1 month. Holly says 12 new customers in 3 days using the strategy. Lynette, my husband and I were able to welcome 5 new teammates into our business. And we also qualified for a recruiting bonus we weren't even aware of. They're all using the ATM system. All right. And I'm telling you, the ATM system works if you do. It takes time to set up, just like anything else. Network marketing is hard. It takes time to build it offline. It takes time to build it online. Either way, you're going to put time and effort into building this system, building a group that flat out produces results. And even if you have the best ATM group in the world, it's still a numbers game. You're still going to have people struggle, but I would rather struggle in my pajamas. The bottom line is this strategy flat out works. It creates social proof. It'll help you generate more sales in your business. It'll allow you to leverage the excitement of others. For some of us, When we're brand new, we haven't proven ourselves. We haven't created a success story. So you can lean on others that are having success. You can lean on their stories. You can, maybe you're selling weight loss. You haven't lost any weight because you just got the products, but there's other people that have been on the products for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, and they've lost weight and they're sharing their story inside of these private groups. Here's how it works. All right. I like to keep things simple. A long time ago, we learned expose, involve, upgrade. Literally in our very first year in network marketing, we were taught that formula, and it makes sense that you expose someone to the opportunity. Now, back then it was offline. So we expose them to the presentation. We expose them to the product. We'd get them involved in the business or get them involved as a customer. And then we get them to upgrade, whether that is getting them from customer to distributor, or that's getting them from distributor with, just a dabbling mentality, right? They're just going to dabble, they're just going to mess around with this thing, to getting really serious. I know I started out as a dabbler. I started out with, hey, it'd be nice just to make a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand. Sure, it sounds great to one day be a millionaire and buy my own island. But I also realized that I just wanted to make enough money so I didn't have to wait tables. How many of us would agree with that? Thomas Tidwell says our ATM group grew from 347 members to 3,000 in 3 months. Cha-ching. That's money, bro. So here's the thing. Here's how it works. Your goal is to attract people to you, create curiosity, prospect people, whether you're proactively reaching out to them or they're reaching out to you. You're looking for people that are open. And when they're open, you add them into this private community, this secret Facebook group. The group should be hidden. It should be hidden. So that way, when people are adding people, it'll keep track of who's adding who to the group. I would not make it a public group if I were you. That'll cause problems later. All right. It shouldn't even be visible. It should be a hidden secret group. They change the verbiage all the time, but just know that you want a secret group, a hidden group. You want a group that people can't find on their own. They can only be added to it. All right. Now, inside of the group, you should have an announcement post, a pinned post, where inside of that post, it's welcoming people. It's an introduction to the group, telling them where to get started. And then you follow up with them on Messenger. I do all my damage on Facebook and Facebook Messenger. The money is in Messenger. But the key is to not be the tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. You want to use the group. The group is a tool. There should be videos and testimonials inside of this ATM group. Those are your tools. Those are your resources to help you close business, so you don't have to explain everything. You don't have to be the expert. I talk about this all the time. When I'm taking someone through the ATM system, my favorite thing to point out is telling them this is all they need to do. All they got to do is add people to the same groups I'm adding them to. And they get excited because they're like, wait a second, I know some people that want to lose weight or make money or, want to buy organic makeup or want to buy essential oils or want to whatever products or services you represent. In fact, drop it to the comments. Don't say the name of the company you're with, but just let us know in the comments, what kind of products are you marketing and what are the benefits? What are the benefits? Why would someone buy your product? Why would someone buy that service? What's the value proposition? You should know this. You should highlight this inside of your group. All right, so here's some quick but important reminders. All right, you're not a salesperson. You're interviewing people to identify qualified prospects, meaning you're not trying to sell everybody on your product. You're not trying to convince everybody to join your business. You're sorting, not selling. Sometimes we get frustrated because we're trying to convince someone that has no interest in what we do. They have no interest in our product, and we feel like there's something wrong with the product or the business. And the truth of the matter is, there are people joining your company every day. There's people buying your products every day. Now, I know sometimes it's hard to have confidence when you're brand new. I know that's tough, but you don't have to be confident in the beginning. You just have to be courageous. You have to just marry the process, divorce the result. I knew this. The more people I exposed to the ATM groups, the more people I got in the groups, the more people I got to watch the videos, the more money I was going to make. Plain and simple. I knew over time it was just a numbers game because I had identified people that I built the business with offline that eventually, if I followed up, if I stayed in touch, eventually they partnered up with me. Most people do not join you after one exposure, one conversation. So in the beginning, In the beginning, you're going to have to make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Meaning, some of y'all are going to suck in the beginning. You don't have a lot of credibility. Embrace the suck. I've been there, baby. I got the t-shirt. It took me 7 years to get to a full-time income in network marketing. It took me 7 years. Now, I know some of you had quick success. That wasn't me. All right. I was just a grinder. I just continue to improve upon my skill set through activity. I've just talked to more people than you. I've gotten more no's than you. I've been doing this 18 years. Don't compare your chapter 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 to my chapter 18. Now, another thing we talk a lot about is following the 5-5-3 action prospecting formula. This is something you can do every day proactively to create more conversations and connect with more people. You should also integrate the 15-7 weekly news feed formula. These are your public posts. That's a public formula that we teach. And you got to think long term. You have people right now that have said no to you. They have not bought your product. They have not joined your team, but they will eventually. It's a matter of you showing up. It's a matter of you consistently staying in touch with them, especially if it's a quality person, especially if it's someone where you're like, man, I really want to work with this person, or, oh my gosh, they would get so much value from my product or my company, et cetera. It's just staying in touch. Some of the biggest leaders I have in my organization today, we were friends first. And it wasn't like I prospected them all the time. In fact, some of the best people I have on my team today, I never prospected them. They came to me because I built trust. I built a relationship. It was someone that I wanted to have a relationship with. It was someone that I wanted to stay in touch with. So it was easy. It was natural. Sometimes we're trying to convince people that we don't have that type of rapport with, or we're following up with the same people that are just never going to join, or maybe they'll join or buy from you, but it might not be for years. Just constantly fill your funnel with new relationships, new contacts. You should be adding new people to the ATM groups every single day if you're serious. If you're only ATMing 3 people a week, 5 people a week, you're just not that serious. You're just not talking to enough people, or you need to improve upon how you're talking to people, how you're connecting. So many of you have Facebook friends that you haven't even prospected yet because you're afraid to get rejected. You haven't popped the question. Typically, I tell people that you can have an ATM group, a private Facebook group to add prospects to that talks about product and it talks about the business opportunity. However, if you were to choose and you were to ask me, what's the best option? Like, what would you prefer? What would you recommend if you had to choose between using one group for recruiting and customer acquisition or using 2 separate groups? I would recommend 2 separate groups. The challenge with 2 separate groups, it is more work. It's more responsibility. But I like having a group that's dedicated to promoting the products. And then I like having a group that's dedicated to promoting the business, because what you'll find is more people are open to your product than the business opportunity. And it's always funny because they'll always say to me, well, I'm better at getting customers than I am at recruiting. And it's like, yeah, because more humans want to use your product than want to start a business. And by the way, I add them to both groups, the product group and the business group. I want them to know what they're promoting. I want them to know about the products. In fact, I've had people join the team because they were like, man, I could sell these products. Man, I know people that could use these products. You could do recognition inside these groups, give shout outs. You can give shout outs for people that are getting their first promotion, getting their first customer, putting out their first curiosity post. And I will tell you, some of this stuff we actually do in our team Facebook group, but you could totally do it in your ATM group. Shout out to my girl, Sarah. She's feeling amazing and already lost 2 inches in her first week on this product. All right. Weight loss products are always easy to give shout outs for, right? So it's really great to use these groups for recognition, for shout out purposes. All right. For promotions, giveaways. How many of you are doing giveaways? How many of you do some type of promotion, some type of giveaway? Maybe you do like a referral post giveaway where you have all your customers posting about the products on their wall on behalf of you. Have you ever done this before? It's an extremely effective strategy. Now, here's what an announcement post can look like. Do you see how we have like a video collage, I guess you could say? It's almost like a funnel where there's like a short little video, then there's a little bit of a longer video. I always have people watch this one video specifically because it's about 13 minutes and it really covers the most important aspects of our company. So hopefully your company has that and you can just add it to your ATM group in the pin post. And you could have a couple other videos, like a more in-depth comp plan video, whatever. Now, again, that's the business group. That's for people interested in making money. The other group, the product group, can edify the products, build value in your product line, whether you're selling CBD or makeup or weight loss or whatever you're selling, right? Do you put company video as the announcement post, or have you created your own? Personally, I use the company videos, but I see the reason I have to recommend both, because there's people that say in their company, they don't have a 10 to 15, 20-minute opportunity video. They don't have product videos in their company. So then I guess you'd have to make your own. I do think that if it's your own ATM group, you as a team, you could have different people, do videos inside of the group and add those to that pin post, that announcement post. Anyway, check this out. Here's an example of what you would post inside the group to create social proof. And it's great because it helps you close business. All right. I like the text here, what it says in the title. Can't suck in back fat. That's great. 3 months difference using the, product. Okay. We blanked out the product because, again, this is just a generic training. Yes, I do eat healthy and walk 3 to 4 times a week. So that before and after picture, you can see has 500 comments, over 1,000 likes. Here's another one showing progress on a weight loss program. And look, the reason we do weight loss, because that's what my company sells. We have phenomenal weight loss results, examples. But if you're not selling weight loss, you can figure out your own way of promoting the products or sharing results, people loving on the products. You can also recognize people in your business group that are rank advancing, give shout outs for people that are having success. Maybe people share their own testimonial inside these groups, or you share their testimonial inside the group. It's up to you. But you're going to notice that some testimonials just blow up. Inside the group, you could also interview top leaders. You can interview customers. Here's some content ideas for what you can post in your ATM groups. Obviously, before and afters are extremely effective. You could also do welcome posts. Welcome to the team, welcome to the group, recognition posts, like I mentioned. Encourage your customers to share their results. You could incentivize customers, maybe do raffles for anyone that's sharing their results, anyone that's doing referral posts, right? There's so many different things that you can do. You just got to get creative. Talk to some of your best customer getters in your organization or in your company and have them share ideas. Remember, recognize what you want repeated. All right. This is such a major key to our success. Running contests. You could do like a 5-day water challenge, a 5-day no sugar challenge, a planking challenge, no dairy, no meat challenge, whatever. All right. And people, I'm telling you, people will get into these challenges. They'll get excited about it. All right. They get pumped up about this. And the neat thing is you're adding a ton of people to the ATM group because that's where the free challenge is. And then inside of the challenge group, at the end of the 5-day challenge, you could promote your products. You could do a giveaway. You could do a special promotion, a special discount, a special offer, a raffle. You could do demonstrations of your products. You can interview people that are having success in the business, interview people that are having success on the product. You could host a watch party. So our company does these public videos on their business page. You could host those videos inside your ATM group as a watch party for the purpose of a repurpose of a video that was already done, or it's happening live real time. So instead of just sharing it in the group, you could host it as a watch party. You could do a live opportunity webinar inside of your ATM group. Now, of course, you're noticing that this is a combination of content ideas inside of your product group and inside of your business group. All right, so here's an example of what our team training group looks like. So we put everything in the units and in the files section of our team group. We have a team Facebook group called M Life Nation. So we welcome people. We have short little videos welcoming them to the community. And then we tell them where to learn the ATM system, how to launch their business. And we really teach them group chats as well. So for us, we have a 3-step launch, a public announcement post, video, curiosity post, something public, something where it's a big announcement. OMG, I did a thing. I love OMG, I did a thing with a selfie. Big announcement. Join me later tonight. I have a big announcement. 8 o'clock tonight, I'm going live with a big announcement. People will think you're pregnant. They'll think you're starting a new job. Who knows? Let their mind wander. right? They'll reach out to you. They'll be curious. You teach them the ATM system, the value of adding to the groups. You teach them how they need to add people to the group, but you can't tag people until they accept the invite. How many of us would agree doing three-way calls is exhausting? Here's the problem. I can't do three-way calls all the time. Why? Because I talk too much. I will be on a three-way call at least 20, 30 minutes, guaranteed. Someone will say, hey, can we talk for 5 minutes? I'm like, dude, it takes me 5 minutes to say hello. So if someone wants to talk to me, I'm telling them, look, let's talk on Messenger. Let's talk on Voxer. Now, if it's a personal recruit, I'll get on a phone call. But my point is, I've got so many teams that I want to help. So they're introducing me to their prospects in a group chat. So I'm teaching my people right out of the gate the value of a group chat because I put every prospect in a group chat. I'm putting every prospect in a group chat. So inside of our team Facebook group, we're teaching them all these strategies. We're teaching them all these different important aspects of our business so that we can create independent leadership. How many of us want independent leadership so that your business runs with or without you? So you don't have to work 24/7 because you're constantly worried about babysitting your team and supporting your team and working with. Now listen, I work with my team, but I can put my phone down for hours and know that they can be self-sufficient because there's so much support. They've got the team accountability chats, the leadership chats, the ATM groups, the team Facebook group. There's so much support. And, we have a lot of people from my team that are watching this live right now. So I know they know this. And some of them are brand new and they didn't know this. So they're probably like, wait, what? I didn't know I had so much support. Yeah, this is the purpose of starting a business like this, to create freedom. I thought in the beginning I was money motivated because I didn't have any money. The truth was I was freedom motivated. I wanted to wake up when I'm done sleeping. I wanted to have that laptop lifestyle, travel the world, or right now, just be at home and know that I don't have to go out and go to work. And with this system, we can create freedom. With this system and what we're teaching you today, that's all possible. So here's a common question. Is it good to have 1,000 tags in the comments? Will they feel like just a number when we tag them? So this is one of the questions that came up. And this is a great question. You could look at it two ways. You could say it's a negative thing to have so many people commenting and so many people tagged, so they'll feel like a number. The truth is, it's social proof. They're like, dang, thousands of people are getting tagged in the comments. Thousands of people are commenting under this video, under this post. This must be really good. All right, another question that's common. What about when you're ATMing someone who's completely new to network marketing and they feel overwhelmed from the content inside and the size of the group? Some people get overwhelmed very easily. Some people get overwhelmed like, oh my gosh, I'm in a team chat and all these comments keep popping up and people are talking all day. I can't keep up. And it's like, who said you need to keep up? That's just there when you have questions. That's just there for support. Just mute the chat. People get overwhelmed easily. I need you to do me a favor. Those of you watching, I need you to take that word out of your vocabulary. If you're brand new, you need to write this down. Take that word out of your vocabulary. Take the word overwhelmed out of your vocabulary. Take the word confused, stressed. I don't even want to say this word. B-R-O-K-E. B-R-O-K-E is a nasty word. All right? Take that word out of your vocabulary. Weak language. That's you wanting attention. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so overwhelmed. No, you're brand new. Of course it's going to be overwhelming when you're brand new. You're just getting started. Were you brand new when you started that job, or when you started college, or when you got married or had your first child? Were you overwhelmed? It is a choice. Exactly. You have a decision to make. Do you want to build a big business, or do you want to play small and feel sorry for yourself? All right. Now, I'm not this hardcore with new people, by the way. I'm giving all of you a reality check. I'm giving all of you this piece of my mind, because I want you to think like I think so that you can make what I'm making. So when someone says they're overwhelmed, I'm like, why are you overwhelmed? You don't need to read all that or watch all that. That's there for you when you need it. That's just how much momentum and success we're having. I only need you to watch this one video. There's this one video. It's called 5 Reasons Why. It's 13 minutes. It explains to you the 5 reasons why you should get started. And then I can answer questions from there. I can answer any specific questions. We can find out your goals, what you're looking to accomplish. But I just try to calm them down, because the truth is that's a self-imposed overwhelm, right? We're not telling people, go watch all the videos. I want you to go through all the content. Get back to me in a couple weeks when you're done. No, dude, I'm saying, look, 13 minutes. Take 13 minutes to watch a video. That's it. And check out some of the short little product videos. That's it. Keep it simple. Tell people you don't need to see everything. You need to watch everything and read everything. Chill. All right, here's another common question. What are your thoughts of a business page with the same type of content, but it's easily shareable so they still share the info from a third party via message? Listen, you could totally do the same thing on a business page if you wanted to. The problem is you're not creating that intimate community. You're not capturing leads. You don't know who invited who to the page. So let me give you an example. Let's say 2 years from now, someone that was ATM'd comments on a before and after picture. And they say, how do I buy this product? You can go back and see who added them and refer them back to that person. If they do that on a business, people are going to lose business. They're going to lose leads. So personally, that wouldn't excite me to refer people to a business page and drive traffic to that page versus putting them in a group where it shows I added them to that group. That's how you can create that safety for people adding to the group. You can see exactly who added who to the group. This is important. So a private group is way better than a public group or a public business page. I'm not saying you can't do it. There's pros and cons to everything. There's pros and cons to everything. Look, what is the pro to doing three-way calls? I'll have a higher close ratio if I get on the phone with you. The con is I'll talk to less people. What's the pro to doing face-to-face versus online? Well, face-to-face, I'll have a higher close ratio. The con is I'm out all the time doing presentations and having to convince people, where I'd rather find motivated, open-minded people all over the world versus just people I can physically go sit down with. There's pros and cons to everything. All right. So could you build a business page and do the same thing? Absolutely. But I think the pros outweigh the cons using a private Facebook group, which is why we chose to do a Facebook group. I will tell you, back in 2016, when we first started this ATM system, we were going to do a business page because there was companies that were doing that. And I thought that made more sense. I was actually one of the ones that voted to do a business page. And there were other people that voted to do the group. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do the group. It made sense at the time because nobody had this system dialed in at a high level. There were some teams doing it. There were some companies doing different things, but nobody had actually created a full-blown duplication system for online building. And it all started with before and after pictures on this weight loss product we came out with. People losing 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds in their first 30, 60, 90 days, and just adding people to the groups and tagging them in the before and afters before we even really had a video. And it just helped us close business. And I saw people generate more sales, get better conversions. I saw people get results faster than any other online strategy. So it gave me clarity that this was something that we could scale. This was something that could create independence so that people could build their business 24/7. Because let's say you have teams in different parts of the country or different parts of the world. They're sleeping when you're awake and vice versa, right? Like I've got teams on the West Coast. They're adding me to an ATM chat at 1 a.m. Baby, I'm in REM at that point, right? I go to bed between 11 and 12. So, but I can respond to that message the next morning, right? They're ATM and their face off on the weekends. I don't work as hard on the weekends as I do during the week because I've been doing this for 18 years, right? My schedule is a little more grounded at this point. I have more of a routine and a method to my madness. Should I remove people from the group? No. Why the heck would you ever remove people? Unless they're in there promoting another product or business, or they're in there negative and nasty, remove those people ASAP, baby. Just delete, be gone. 99% of the people, I leave them in the group. I can't tell you how many times I've ATM'd somebody and months later, they reach out to me and they're like, hey, I want to check out the products, or I want to check out the group, or I want to check out, I want to get started, or I got some questions. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. In fact, even before we had the ATM system, I remember the first time we set up a Facebook group. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Back in 2013, mm-hmm. We had this small little team. And actually, we didn't even set it up. There was people on our team that set it up. So I added this guy, Brian, and I'll never forget it because he reached out to me 6 months later. I forgot to follow up with him. 6 months later, he hit me up and he goes, hey, I'm ready to get started. And that's the first time I realized the power of getting people into a group, getting them in a community, getting them to be a part of our culture and what we do. Next question. Do I need one group or two groups? I kind of talked about this in the beginning. Personally, I think if you had to choose, you'd want a group for products, for selling product, for customer acquisition, and then a group for recruitment and for business building. That's what we recommend, but I know that can be overwhelming. So if you want to have one group for both, that's cool. Look, we've got students that do both and it works. So it's just a matter of making a decision. Again, there's pros and cons of both. People are like, oh, I'm struggling. I'm like, how many people did you add to the ATM group this week? They're like, 2. I'm like, well, that's why you're struggling. How do you expect to be winning and killing it when you've only added 2 people to the group this week? That's not even a person a day, bruh. Thomas says, I love the ATM system because customers can duplicate it with their friends and family. Exactly. Opening their eyes to the opportunity when they see how easy it is. Exactly, Thomas. Everybody would do network marketing if they understood how simple it is. Why do people say no? They don't believe they can do it. I've never met anybody that's like, no, I would hate to have more money in my bank account. God, I would hate if a company sent me a check every month. I would hate if I did something once and got paid over and over and over again every 30 days. That would be awful. That would be disgusting, despicable. I've never met anybody that says I'd hate give me another $1, I'd burn it. Never met anybody said that. They just don't believe it's possible. They think it's hard. And by the way, it is hard. It is hard. I'm just saying this system is easier. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody be rich. Everybody would have financial freedom and time freedom. Nobody would be stressed out right now if they all had 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100,000 a month coming in residually. All right, now listen, I know I'm talking big numbers, but again, I'm trying to paint a vision here of where you can be one day, because I remember being in your seat, being in your shoes, struggling, spending more than I was making, feeling like I suck in network marketing. And by the way, I did suck. I wasn't credible. I wasn't that polished. I was too salesy, too pushy, or I had commission breath, or I wasn't postured enough, or I didn't work hard enough, or I just, you know what? Maybe I was awesome at everything for a period of time, but I just hadn't done it long enough. Even if you're doing everything perfectly, you still just haven't been doing it long enough. You don't deserve it yet. You've made bad decisions. You've been too inconsistent. Embrace the suck. Embrace the adversity. There is no progress without struggle. I hope you got a ton of value from this. If you did, smash the heart button, share this with your teammates. And you know what? If you have questions that we didn't answer, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, make sure you drop those in the comments or send us a message. We want to know what your questions are, because we might already have content created that answer your questions, or that can help us with future content. And drop your biggest takeaway.